Look, I'm not going to lie, this is probably the worst deck idea I have ever had. I'm not lying. Hi everyone. It's great to hear your voices in my head. This is Kykar Wins Fury. And this is 1 colors, a blue, a red, and a white for a legendary creature bird wizard. This is not a wizard deck. This is not a bird deck. Is it? No, it's not. Okay, great. So, Kykar is flying for a 3/3 for 4 mana. Not too terrible, really. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Sacrifice a spirit, add a red. This is not a spirit deck. But you know what this is, though? This is secretly a Brutaclad deck. What? I know, right? So, creature tokens you control have haste at the beginning of combat on your turn. Create a 2/1 blue mirror artifact creature token. Then you may choose a token you control, and if you do, each other token that you control becomes a copy of that token. Oh boy. So, this is actually a secret commander artifacts deck that still works with your current commander. I know, it's weird. Let me get there. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, Master Thopterus allows you to create a 1/1 color slot the artifact creature token with flying. You can pay 1 blue and 1 colors to sacrifice 2 artifacts to draw a card. Drawing a card in this deck is pretty good. Saheeli, just because we're on the blue Brutaclad train, so why not? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colors servo artifact creature token. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature you control until the end of turn, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. Anointed Procession is going to make it so that every time we create a token, we're going to create extra tokens, because we're going to get twice as many tokens. And then we're just going to basically flood the board with little dudes. We're probably going to make them into like something like, I don't know. Make them all into Darksteel Colossus and then hit everyone on the board with your 11/11 trample tokens. Sounds pretty good. I mean, it's not legendary. It's just an artifact creature golem. It saves you from being milled. It does so many really cool things. I guess that's really the only cool thing it does. But it's indestructible, so making all your tokens into 11/11 tramplers sounds pretty boss, right? So, how are we going to do this? Well, we want to reduce all of the casting costs of our artifacts to 0, basically, right? So, Imprint, when Summonless Anvil enters the battlefield, you can exile a card, a non-land card from your hand, and then spells you cast that share a card type with the exiled card are 2 less to cast. Helm of Awakening, all spells, including your opponent's, cost 1 generic less to play. That's fine, we're getting there. Foundry Inspector, this 3 mana construct, is a 3/2 artifact spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. We have Chief Engineer, so that artifact spells you control actually have Convoke, so your creatures can help cast those spells. Each creature you tap while casting an artifact spell pays for 1 generic mana of that creature's color. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool. I'm getting this wrong. It's just, I said it wrong. I don't care. Sound off in the comments. We have Herald of Kozilek. So, color spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Surprise, surprise, it's an artifact deck. We, of course, have an Ethereum Sculptor artifact spells that you cast cost 1 less to cast. We, of course, have Crack Clan Ironworks to sacrifice artifacts and add 2 colors to our mana pool so that we can play whatever we need to in our deck. We actually do have a copy of Gerard with a Light Hero, so that we can get all artifacts and creature cards in our graveyard that we put there from the battlefield this turn. So hopefully that helps not only save us if we get board wiped, but if we're going off, it will help us to actually go off harder. How do we do this? Well, Mystic Forge is the first one. We can look at the top card of our library at any time. We can cast the top card of our library if it's an artifact card or a colorless non-land card. Remember, the void is colorless. Huh. Maybe we should just play an Eldrazi deck. No, I'm kidding. We, of course, have a Shimmer Dragon. I actually opened this from a collector's booster. 4 colors and 2 blue for a creature dragon flyer 5/6. As long as you control 4 or more artifacts. Shimmer Dragon has hexproof, pretty nice. Tap 2 untapped artifacts you control to draw a card. We, of course, also have a Jurera, Weatherlight Captain. Whenever you cast a historic spell, draw a card. That is artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. Okay, great. So, now we know how we're going to take advantage of playing artifacts. We're going to be drawing a whole bunch of cards because we played artifacts. We want to go off like a frog in a sock. So we're playing a Vedalken Orrery and a Shimmermere. Both of these give our artifacts, or I guess one gives our spells flash and the other one gives our artifacts flash, but you know what I mean. Basically, both of them allow us to play stuff really quickly. We have one Tribute Mage. So when Tribute Mage enters the battlefield, you can search your library for an artifact card with a converted mana cost of 2. Reveal that card, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your library. We have a Trophy Mage. So when Trophy Mage enters the battlefield, we can search our library for an artifact card with a converted mana cost of 3. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle our library. We have Enlightened Tutor. Search our library for an artifact or enchantment card. Reveal that card, shuffle your library and put it on top. Weir of Invention, which also has Improvise. Search your library for an artifact card with a converted mana cost of X or less. Put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle your library. Very important. We have Fabricate. Search your library for an artifact card, reveal it, put it into your hand. And then we have Combo Stuff. Let's separate this out so that we can get there. Alrighty. So you probably already know about the Mere Retriever Junk Diver sacrificing loop, basically, where you just keep sacrificing one of them to get another artifact back, and then you sacrifice the other one to the Crackland Ironworks, and then get the other pair back, and then you just do it over and over and over and over again. You keep sacrificing your artifacts and looping for infinite mana, and then playing infinite cards. Of course, have Menlight as well, and Ornithopter, and a whole slew of other artifacts that are very cheap or free, so that we can basically go off like a frog in a sock. We have a Retract to return all artifacts that we control to our owner's hand, just in case our token army doesn't do it for us. And we also have Rebuild to return all artifacts to their owner's hands. So we can keep looping over and over, then we can bounce stuff, we can replay it, and then we can bounce it again and replay it. We have a Filigree Angel so that we can gain some life back if we're in a losing prospect. Because we're drawing all those cards, we're going to use a Psychic Corrosion or a Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails. Whenever we draw a card, each opponent puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard to mill everyone out. But here is how we're going to actually win with this deck if the Psychic Corrosion doesn't work, if our looping doesn't work, if we haven't made infinite tokens and then smack somebody in the face with our hasty, infinite, stupid tokens. We need to Aetherflux Reservoir them to the face. Lol, I just killed you. Fantastic. Infinite loops, infinite life, infinite burn. Just burn out the whole table. Gets destroyed? Don't worry about it, mate. We're okay. We have a Grape Shot. Did I mention that this is actually secretly also an Artifact Storm deck? Not actually a Kykar or a Brutaclad deck. This has got so many other things. But really, this deck is playing white. And you know what that means? In classic Chesh style, this deck is actually just another Approach of the Second Sun deck. Because if you're going to be drawing that many cards for free, you may as well just play Approach of the Second Sun, and then draw a whole bunch of cards for free, and then replay Approach of the Second Sun with all of your artifacts that you've just put back out on the field because you just retracted them all to your hand, and they're all mana rocks. Who cares? I win the game. I need to be more imaginative. No, that's a lie. I love winning with Approach. I am Chesh. Check out Josh and Pat's MTG Bazaar if you're in Australia, Malaysia, or New Zealand. Also, inkedgaming.com/Chesh if you're buying stuff from Inked Gaming for your gaming needs. Wizards are going to be having a special stream with us soon, so hashtag sponsored. Thank you very much, Wizards, for the C20 product that we should be receiving real soon. That's it. This is done. This deck is done. I don't think I should do another artifact-based deck because you'll end up hating me for it.